Okay, Greg, we made it. We're back. Equip Expo 2025.
This is exciting.
We got a lot of shows lined up, and Smartec Hybrid by Hydrogear was the first email that was really sent out. And these guys got a pretty interesting product. So you're unveiling it this year at the expo. And for those who don't know what you guys even are, what are you guys?
Well, let's introduce them first.
Your product. Well, they can do that when we get into.
Oh, okay.
So this is what we do. It's funny. Every show, Greg wants to do like a big preamble with it. I'm like, no, they can introduce. So
Yeah.
All right,
Mike and Scott.
Tell us who you are then.
No problem. My name is Mike McCoy. I'm the vice president at Hydrogear. And to my left is Scott Wilmoth.
I'm the marketing manager.
Yep.
Yep.
So what we're debuting today, let me go back a little bit of history. We first started with our electric journey back in 2008. And we've been manufacturing electric products since then.
Oh, wow.
And in the last couple of years, we've come out with a number of new electric products for this market. Unfortunately, electric is kind of cooled off in the last year or two, and it's really all about runtime and cost. And so
It's big.
Yep. So we went back and revisited this again because in 2018 we actually delivered or developed our first hybrid. At that time, the market didn't want it. They said, "Oh no, we're going to go all electric," so we dropped that.
Oh.
And so now we're back at it again. We think it's a much better solution. We don't want to call it electric system, although it is. It now has an engine, so most of the hybrid machines on the market today are just range extenders. So they're electric machines with range extenders, with no benefit of added performance.
Wow.
Now with our system, we are combining both these technologies. So you could run EV. We have three modes: EV, hybrid, and power mode. So in the EV mode, you're mowing electric. In the hybrid mode, it cycles between electric and the hybrid, which is the engine, and then the deck motors become generators.
Interesting.
So,
this is
wow.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Really, right?
Yeah.
Really?
So we call it a 3-in-1 deck motor. So it's a electric motor, a generator, and a deck spindle.
Okay.
And so it'll cycle between those two, and then the power mode is really when you go to your power mode, it combines those two technologies, the engine and the electric motor, to really give you maximum cut power.
This is
So you really can get the best cut, in the market with a system like that.
Yeah.
This is fascinating. So,
Yeah.
Scott, who are you with Hydrogear here?
Yeah, so I'm Scott Wilmoth. I'm the marketing manager at Hydrogear, and been in the industry for a long time. So, as Mike said, we're having a press conference here in about 30 minutes to really unveil the system to the world for the first time, and so it's a great time to be here. Super.
So we should
excited
air
for the
this
show.
before their press conference.
Oh, yeah. We should just get it out there. Like,
Right.
We'll
you
get
guys
it out
embargo.
before that.
The embargo, right? So, hey, what'd you guys do? They never want to talk to us ever again. They're like,
Yeah,
what do you got, Greg?
That'll work. Well, it's a hybrid system, and sorry, I have to look at some questions here.
Sure,
But
no problem.
how exactly is it working with the gas engine and the electrical components? How do they all work together here?
Yeah, certainly. I'll go through it. So the system is the electric drive. It's got a single battery. The machines that we're targeting have a 38.5 horsepower engine.
Oh, wow.
We were able to pull that off, and now it's a 22 horsepower engine.
Interesting.
So, and the way this works is, as I said before, it will cycle between the two. But anytime your deck load goes up or the cutting load goes up, we're able to deliver 40 horsepower to the deck to really keep those the blades at constant speed.
Okay.
So the overall horsepower with our hybrid system, we can get up to 76 peak horsepower.
That's a good blade tip speed right there.
Yeah.
You could cut down like 3-foot tall grass. So this could
Absolutely.
boom, right?
Yeah, so you don't have to go over it twice. You don't have to worry about it bogging down. You can get that job done, go to the next one.
Yep, exactly.
Well, that's nice. That's something. I didn't even realize that. So it's converting back and forth. Did I understand that right? So you go from 22 on electric. Is that what I?
No, so the engine, we reduced, we took the 38.5 off and we put a 22 horsepower engine on there. So in the hybrid modes, the engine will turn the spindle, it'll cut grass. Then the deck motors become generators, and that generator will charge the battery back up. And when the battery gets back to full, it goes back to EV and just repeats that cycle several times during the day.
Cool.
You basically answered the third question here. That said, how does the hybrid deliver that kind of power boost, and will those extra horses mean tackling tougher mowing jobs? Clearly, it does.
Yep.
So, Greg, why don't we ask him here about the efficiency side, because this is pretty fascinating and
Go ahead.
kind of groundbreaking. So, on the efficiency side, you guys claim that it cuts fuel use and emissions by 53%. How do you achieve a huge reduction in fuel consumption, and what's going on under the hood? You've kind of already touched on that lets a hybrid mower burn roughly half the fuel while still getting the work done. That's impressive. Isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. So, a lot of fuel savings comes from the fact that it is cycling back and forth between EV and engine on. So your engine going to run about half the time. So therefore you're going to save, about half. The other thing about it, with the engine running about half the time, then you could actually, double the maintenance intervals of the engine, extend the life of the engine.
Wow.
And with the engine running, less on time, also the operators benefit from, lower noise and less vibration over the course of the day.
Yeah.
So don't forget emissions for people that worry about emissions.
Yeah. Okay. So back to what you said then. So reducing time. So normal oil changes 100 hours. This is my side question. Maybe stump you.
Oh no! Here we go, guys. Get ready to have never
you said switching from the electric to the hybrid. So normal operations, 100-hour oil changes. So now are you at 200-hour oil changes then, or?
We don't necessarily dictate that because it's the manufacturer of the engine would do it. But if your engine's run about half the time, it just kind of stands to reason that you could probably double that. Yeah.
All right.
Exactly.
And what engine you're using on there?
It's the Kawasaki FT 730V EFI engine.
Interesting.
So that's a 27 horsepower that we actually run at 3,200 RPM, so 300 RPM less. It gives us 22 horsepower.
Okay.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That's something. And the deck sizes? That's a 60, this one you have here?
Yeah, we can go from 2 deck motors up to 4.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, this one has 3. Yep.
Okay.
We're on 5, Greg.
Yeah, I'm just looking for. I'm looking
good
for 5. I don't have my glasses, and you got
Basically,
this tiny print here.
Range anxiety. You got cruise. You have this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some range anxiety. Can a team get through this all day?
Absolutely.
Where's the draw?
That's one
our
of the best
feedback
parts. Yeah.
is from landscapers is, they hate stopping and have to go back and refuel. So that's the big plus of this. If you start in the morning, you can mow all day. Our field tests, we're running easily way over 8 hours of the deck on.
Wow, that's crazy.
So they're getting, in our field test, we're running about a day and a half on a tank.
Wow.
And
Sign it up, right?
cutting the whole
Yeah.
time. So you are saving a lot of fuel.
Okay.
But you still have the power. So, if you're in the springtime, you're in that wet kind of tall grass.
Yeah.
And you really need that horsepower, you can do that.
Okay.
Another advantage over, the hybrid system too, compared to a full electric. So you go into mow, right? If that machine wasn't charged overnight, you're kind of stuck, right? With this, you don't have to worry about charging it. Just run it on gas and start the day, and it'll charge the battery as you work.
Yeah. So you can charge
like
or
that.
you don't
Goodness
have
sake.
to charge. Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah. Their choice.
Well, the nice
Genius.
part about that is I store you store by your house, but I store down the street, and so I don't have a place to charge. So being able to do something like that's pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. I think a lot of customers will probably never plug it in.
No.
Yeah.
No. How long would it take to charge it?
yeah. What's that?
It depends upon where you're at.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and it depends upon the charger. So we offer 2 different chargers, a 7 amp and a 35 amp. So the 7 amps about 4 hours,
Okay.
3 or 4 hours, and the big charger, a little over an hour and a half.
Okay. All right. And then when you're driving it, how I guess it again depends on where it's at. When does it kick in to start charging itself?
Okay. So let's say you start off in the hybrid mode, and you've got battery charge. Of course, it'll run in the EV mode with the electric deck motor. So it'll run until the battery gets to a low state of charge.
Okay.
At that point, the system will tell it to kick on, the engine to kick on.
Yeah.
It'll start cutting, and it'll overtake the electric motors. And that's when those electric motors become generators.
Really?
And so they're about 2,000 watts per deck motor.
Okay.
So if you're out mowing in typical summer grass or June grass or whatever, typical neighborhood, you're getting about an hour EV, and then it'll kick on the engine, and you're doing about an hour 15 of engine charge, and then you're back to EV again throughout the day.
Okay. All right. No noticeable difference when it switches.
No, it's all automatic. There's no input from the operator at all.
Yeah, that was one of the things that was a challenge for us actually. We have the system outside in our outdoor booth for people to be able to drive, but for people to experience the engine kicking on and off, we really had to narrow that state of charge difference so that we could allow people to see it, so that you spin the blades, you draw some power down, and then the engine cuts on. And then we don't normally spin our blades outside, so we had to figure out a way to do that. But yeah, the system. It's so again, I kind of wanted to point that out, that if people want to see it, it's outside and they can drive it for themselves and see how it works.
Yeah, that window's, it's about a minute of EV, then a minute of charge, a minute of EV, so that you could experience that coming off and on. The other nice thing is when the engine starts, it's not loaded at all. Because the electric motor's running. So you take all that stress off the engine until it gets up to speed, and then it begins with the load, the same thing coming down. We also eliminate the clutch, which is another product on that.
That's great to kind of transition. So what kind of feedback have you really gotten from guys who have tested on this? I mean, is there differences with handling noise and fatigue? And then touch more on the maintenance. I mean, fewer belts here now. I mean, the hydraulic fluids. I mean, there's no what's the engine wear to kind of worry about? I mean, and how much battery knowledge you have to know if guys want to try to fix some stuff themselves. So they kind of limited now because it's kind of a hybrid, and you get into the battery stuff. I've always told myself, Greg, even on my Toro Multiforce, I had the bell switch go bad, and there was a wire that busted, and I'm not comfortable fixing electric components.
Right.
What's the kind of the maintenance side, and what's the feedback that we're kind of getting on this, at least within Hydrogear? I mean, who's tested it? What are they saying?
Yeah, so I mean, the deck and drive systems are essentially maintenance free. You do have a belt in this case, because we got to spin to run the generator portion of the 3-in-1 deck motor. But again, those components are running a lot less time. And so you're really extending
longevity, right? Big time.
Wow. So you're not really wearing them down as fast as you would in another operation. And then engine-wise, I think you want to talk about. You talked about being loaded, unloaded, but we protect the engine and the way it comes on. So
so it's unloaded and unloaded. So you're taking that stress off the engine. You're also taking the stress off the belt as well. And
belt's a big thing. I mean, belts they're not cheap, right? Nope. I'm sick of going through belts and the tension on them, and it's just. Kind of gets annoying after a while, right?
Yeah, I just paid $110, I think, for the belt on my mower. Of course, I got 2,000 hours out of it.
Yeah, he got a lot of hours out of that belt, so it was crazy.
These machines should probably see a crusher before any of the electric or the battery wears out. The battery is going to be much longer life than anything on the machine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. That's pretty cool. And then the other maintenance, oil change we kind of talked about. Nothing else really to work on, I guess, right?
Yeah. The other new product that we've developed for this is a Smartec display. So it's a high visibility colored touch screen.
That's nice.
Yeah. So you could change your modes with that. You can look at the health of the product. You can look at the performance of the product. You can do troubleshooting. We also measure two things: how much time you're actually cutting.
That's nice.
And how much time the engine is
run time. There you go.
So you can look at the hours.
That's big because it's different from cutting time versus just having it idle. It's like, man, that mower has 3,000 hours on it, but I only cut 500 hours of it. It just sat there and kind of run. What I liked about that display, you have what actually tell you error codes, like what's wrong with it.
Absolutely.
That's half the problem. It's like these companies, they suck stuff in. You got to bring it in and hook it up to a computer to be able to figure out what's wrong. This, you're kind of giving the maintenance back to the user. I mean, to figure out what's wrong, so then now they can know how to diagnose and kind of fix that, right?
Yeah, we hate error codes too. I like it to tell me what the heck is wrong with it, right? So you want to talk about the apps as well?
Yeah, so that was the other thing. You can display that on the Smartec display, but also we have had with our full electric machines for years now a full suite of mobile apps, right? So for the OEM when they're initializing it initially, we have an app for that. We have an app for the servicing dealers, so they can connect to it via Bluetooth and troubleshoot.
Sure.
And even has videos in there to show them how to replace components and all that kind of stuff.
Isn't that nice, Greg?
Yeah.
Wow, what a concept. They actually care for us.
So then you don't even have to bring it in technically as well, or no?
We
Could they Bluetooth it?
Yeah. You'd want to bring it in, but you can connect to it.
New idea.
Yeah. Well, we also have an end user app called Smartec MyMo, and that has some basic diagnostics and a way for them to change maybe how fast the blades spin or how aggressive the drive is.
Okay.
So you can customize it for yourself. But yeah, the Smartec Connect app for the dealers is just a way for them to. And another piece of that too is if the dealer can't figure out what to do, we have a feature in there called Copilot, so they can actually
It's like Microsoft
go into their
Copilot,
phone
right?
and see what they're seeing. So and yeah.
Do you guys have an ideal situation where this just shines, or is it 6-inch grass? Do you guys? Is there anything in particular you found that this really excels in this type of area? This is going to work everywhere.
Absolutely, with that much horsepower be able to direct to the deck, if you're into that or needing to cut that, you got it.
Okay.
But what we're really selling this system is the performance, and how much horsepower you can get out of it, how smooth and comfortable it is, and so for commercial cutters, to be able to reduce the fuel gives them that ROI payback.
Okay. All right.
I
Curious
think Director Kenny was trying to tell us to move there a bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I
Right,
can't
get
keep my feet still.
Yeah.
So
Screw it. Is it running away from us?
let's touch on this here again, though. Okay, cost of ownership. What do these machines kind of run? I mean, what's the cost to kind of maintain it? Is it typical like a mower? Like, what's any drawbacks that you guys have seen, or is there any blowback on anything? Because this sounds all great. Like I'm genuinely curious about this, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the best parts is, you're going to have less maintenance, right? So the cost of ownership should be lower. Again, we talked about advantage. You get all the advantages really of a full EV machine because you get lower noise, you use less fuel, reduce the maintenance, emissions, and all those kind of things. But you're getting all that power and more, in fact, than you can get out of a traditional IC machine.
Tim Taylor says more power, right? More power. There we go. Like I gotta do it in every show, Greg, right? So,
But your initial cost is it should be probably roughly half, or a fraction at least of what a full EV machine would be.
Okay.
And so you're a little somewhere in between a traditional IC machine and a full machine.
Okay.
But again, it's kind of like 3 machines in one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And the ROI on this,
ROI
keeps changing because the fuel's coming down.
Praise God, now it's coming down there a bit, right? So
I hate to complain about it, but it's roughly I think at $3.30 wherever it was.
Sure.
I think it's roughly 240 days of mowing is the ROI on it. So,
Okay.
and that doesn't include the maintenance part of it. So,
All right. What's your dealer network?
yeah, what's it?
So, we sell directly to OEMs. So you walk around the show. I hate to say it, but most of them have the Hydrogear drives in them, the hydrostatics.
Yeah.
And so with this, we're being very selective with a few OEMs that we're launching this with.
Wow.
And so we're planning on being in production next fall.
Okay.
And so the customers are not just customers. We also have some landscaping companies.
Okay.
Testing it in the spring and summer, and then plan on being in production in the fall.
Well, speaking of testing, Greg, I mean, they should we can flow one our way. We'll properly beat on it.
We
but
test.
Yeah.
Oh, you do?
We can do that. Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
What was your goal for this? Like, were you really gearing this toward? Like, what kind of company is going to buy this? What was your vision of the demographic in the market? Like, what specific lawn guys are you trying to kind of snag and catch? No.
Well,
with this?
when we introduced it to some of the big boys in the industry, the big landscape, they loved it for the power. They also have some customers that want electric to be able to mow electric. So they're buying different types of machines, and they want to get the fuel costs down. So labor is number one for them. Fuel is the second biggest cost. So how can we give them most of all the, performance of EV without the cost.
Okay.
So,
All right.
that was our target.
All right.
They kind of had me at. I mean, you're really trying to get guys more back out there in the field because I'm a pretty good mechanic with some stuff, but some changing clutches and the oil and the hydro oil and X, Y, and Z. You're spending too much time doing it. This is kind of cut that kind of down there, mitigated that, Greg, a little.
And I'm not a mechanic.
Oh, but you can. I mean, we can hack away and try to do stuff.
Right.
Just, I mean, that sometimes taking your machines to the dealer and having them repair it's like highway robbery.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
I had an O-ring go on my Cub Cadet mower, and they diagnosed it. I said, "Don't fix it." Well, they fixed it. It was $350. I'm like, okay, well, and I said,
For another
yeah, and I was 6 months out of warranty too, so I might have to go talk to them around here, cover Kawasaki on that. But
another
Yeah.
good kind of end use or user. So again, being electrically driven,
Yeah.
we're set right for autonomous or remote control type of operations. And with you run that thing in hybrid mode, then it could literally, because we've seen our guys mow all day. It could be out there mowing all day by itself. And then, if you need to run electric, for a quiet operation or to start your day, end your day that way, or mow around, say a nursing home or a school, you can put it in EV mode and do that part up around the building, and then as you work away from the building, you can go into hybrid mode.
The nursing home, it's quiet. So
Yeah.
you can sit a little bit longer.
Greg needs to sleep here a little bit.
So I'd be remiss if I didn't show you
Oh, yeah, sure.
kind of
Yeah.
magic here.
Please,
So,
thank you.
that is our commercial electric deck motor,
Hey, look at that, Greg.
a spindle, deck spindle,
Yeah.
as well as a generator all in one. That's the 3-in-1 motor I was telling you about. So that's part of the magic.
Sheesh. So with the generator, if I heard right, it can charge itself too for a bit, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Man, you're not going to have to really put it on, like charge it into a port
At
light.
all.
You don't really ever have to charge
You
it.
should never have to charge it.
You can, if you want to start your day fully charged, you can, but you
Yeah.
can just start off and go. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is literally, with this product, you guys are cutting costs and saving.
Yeah.
Now,
Yep.
give us some numbers. If you're able to, what does a machine like this kind of run? Or can you say that or no?
Well, it'd be upon the OEM, but
Yeah, sure.
if you've got I've just rough numbers. If you got a ZT, it's listing for like 16,000.
Okay, sure.
This will probably be closer to 23 or something.
That's actually
like that.
pretty affordable. Like what they're
Yeah.
doing with kind of the more electric and battery motors, they're bringing the prices down on stuff. And I'd be more so inclined to maybe try out something like this. And now you're in that low 20s. That's something that's more of a finance. It's financeability here, being financially sound to do it. But that's what's tough. But I see you guys are slowly creeping that down. But I still like that there's the engine on it. But Greg, as we're wrapping up here a little over 20 minutes, any last final stumper questions for him?
Yeah, please.
Are they going to be able to do this on standers?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, in the fall, we'll be releasing it with really 3 different customers: autonomous,
Okay.
a stander, and a mid-mount.
Okay.
Man.
Yeah.
And it's
'cause-
actually on a right stander outside in our outdoor booth that you could drive.
Well, we're gonna have to go find that because we're gonna hop over to the right booth here next door to talk to Jake. So, but this is kind of convenient because our next interview is right there. We have a couple lined up. I'm like, this is awesome. So,
You're just stepping in front of the camera.
Oh, that's
you're
fine.
blocking my view.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't get to see
And
Uncle Greg.
that's why people tune in, right?
Yeah.
all he's
See
got
that
to
face?
do is move the camera. I'm gonna have to talk to Kenny here after he's being
Put it on wheels.
he's being too particular with this. But guys, Mike,
Right.
Scott, thanks a lot. This
Yeah.
is a
Thank you. Appreciate it.
pleasure. And
Pleasure. Thank you very much.
and if guys want to reach out, where's the
thank you.
got like a website or something like? Where can guys reach out to?
Absolutely. Hydrogear.com.
There you go.
So
All right. Thanks for allowing us to be first. We got to get this on real quick before the.
Yeah, we're gonna get this on now, guys, and totally violate embargo stuff here. So
Have a fun show.
We didn't
Thanks,
do the
guys.
NDA.
Yeah.
No NDA. We're good.
yeah, right. Thanks
Awesome.
for coming by. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.